Hi, I'm Bob Moore from Clockaudio. We're going to talk about some of our new products at InfoComm 2014. So what we have here is a CCRM 4000 retractor. It's a motorized ceiling retractor right here, so you can see. How this works is very simple. So you have a master right here, and you can daisy chain up to 99 slaves to that. So what you do, essentially, your slave is always 00, and then you can go from 01 to 99. And if you want to adjust the drop of your microphone, it's very simple. You don't have to be in the plenum. You just use the IR sensor right here with the IR remote. So press setup, then you address whatever unit that you want to address. So for example, slave 01, I just press play, slave 01. Then I adjust to the length that I want, and I just press enter. And then I move on basically to the next one, so 02, 03, 04. The only trick is that you have to put the sensor in a position of line of sight, of course, and that you can see all the other units, so it makes it easier to see the different drops there. These you can daisy chain, like I said, up to 99, and you're only sending one home run in terms of contact closure to your DSP. Okay, so they all go down, they all go up at the same time. Now you'll notice here we did a few little modifications on our prototype. The bezel is a little bigger. Why? Because we're using here a knuckle joint. This is a proprietary system from Clockaudio that permits you to turn almost 360 degrees and up and down. So if you want to give it an angle, that's why we needed that big bezel. Also, we're going to be working probably on a tri-element microphone, so the bezel will accommodate that as well. This particular unit has an 8-foot drop which covers most of the boardrooms or conference rooms. We're going to have another one later on, probably in the year or beginning of Q1 2015, that will have a 30-foot drop to accommodate, could be performing art centers or theaters or church choirs, for example. The next piece we're going to look at here is a CRM 202. This is again part of the Retracta series. And this, for an example, excuse me for a second, for lack of a better analogy, it's like a CS2. So a dual element, but using the functionality of the Retracta series, so the microphone disappears at the end of your session. And this one, what's interesting too, because we had more real estate to play with, we can put a bicolor ring and a touch-sensitive switch for privacy mute that do send straight to your DSP. And then you can mute the whole room or whatever you decide for that application. Of course, here we have our standard CRM 102, which is a cardioid, again, that disappears once you press on it. You also have a latching mechanism in there and a magnetic reed switch to give you a contact closure, so that at the end of your session, you want to make sure that all your audio is muted, so then you get your contact closure and all the audio is gone. This is the ARM 102, the same as the CRM 102, but the motorized version. And it works exactly on the same principle as the CCRM 4000 there. So again, one home run back to your DSP, and you can bring them all up and down. All we're doing right here, we use one of our standalones, TS001, to simulate a Crestron or an AMX control system. This is to show you a different version of this. It's a what we call a straight cut, so you can countersync. The only caveat with this, though, you have to do this ideally with a brand new table. It's got to be factory cut. It's very hard to retrofit with this precision on location, but it is possible for us to do that. If I go too fast, let me know.
That's great.
Here we have our CW8000 system. That's a new wireless UHF system. The reason why we came out with this, because right now there's still some more frequencies that we're going to lose that they're being auctioned. We wanted to give more flexibility basically to the end users and the integrators. So this one, as opposed to having 192 frequency selection, it's got 3,000. It also has auto scan, and you have two levels of power for transmission. So you have 10 milliwatts or 50 milliwatts to give you more of a range. Right here what we have, just an example, because we standardize all our connectivity for all the control devices. So now anything of Clockaudio that has either a bicolor ring, a bicolor LED, a mechanical switch, or a touch sensitive switch is all using an RJ45 and a ribbon cable. We're using pins 2 to 6 to make it compatible also with RJ12 and of course RJ45. So it's very simple. If you start a project and you're starting with this piece right here and you decide that, okay, I'd like to go more with a button mic and this, it's plug and play. It doesn't matter. It all works with 12 volts. They all wire exactly the same way. And finally, what we have that's new, this is a new finish for Clockaudio. It's called gunmetal. It's kind of interesting because we have the nickel right here, we have some black Nextel in different colors we can do, and this sort of like fits right in the middle there. And it's great because it's a, basically it's not a paint, it's a plating. And you notice when I put my fingers on it, you don't even see fingerprints. Just kind of cool, and we can do this on pretty much everything. So C011, C012, we can do it also on S80s, SM80s, SM80S, etc., and of course CS and Retracta series.